All right, today we're going to talk about how you can cash flow with house hacking here right now. So, of course, it's gotten harder and harder to cash flow any sort of rental property for the last few years. And one of the reasons why it's even harder on house hacks is because you're putting such a small amount of money down. But that's the amazing part of house hacking. You put such a small amount of money down and you can buy a rental property that's going to cash flow after you move out. So our two house hacks that we still own here in Austin pay almost all of our mortgage on our primary residence. Our other passive investments pay the rest. But it's an amazing thing because you can buy these houses with such low money down. You can save a lot of money while you live there, and then you move out and you're going to cash flow when you do it right. Now everybody's saying, "Hey Jordan, I can't do that. I can't cash flow when I move out, and I'm not really saving that much money when I live in it when I'm putting long-term renters in it." So that's kind of been done for a few years. Everybody feels like it's just happening because when they start to look at things, it's not possible. We've not seen long-term rentals work on house hacks here in Austin for at least 2020. Probably before that. You could sneak one in, maybe 2018, 2019, 2020. You could find something if you looked long and hard enough and you were really creative and found something maybe that needed a massive rehab and was in bad shape. You could find something that would cash flow when you moved out. And I found a few of myself, I did that. But you really need to be creative with your rental strategies to make your house hacks cash flow. And I'm going to tell you exactly how you can do that here today. So there's a few rental strategies that work. So what you have to do, of course, you can also buy a distressed property, fix it up. This makes this easier. So if you find something that's distressed, you're going to get it for cheaper. Fix it up, you're going to get more rent. But the ways you're going to get even more rent are with creative rental strategies. And the three that work best here in Austin are short-term rentals, medium-term rentals, and co-living. So we're going to explain what each of those are. Short-term rentals, under 30 days. And this is how the city of Austin looks at them too. They're under 30 days. They can be extremely profitable, but you might be renting out for 2 or 3 days, maybe a week at most. And people are going to stay, and they're coming for some sort of reason, like they're coming for a festival, they're coming for a sporting event. They're not going to be that long, but they're going to pay you a lot of money. You need to have these look really good. They need to be amazing. They need to be special. They need to be unique. And you need to be able to provide an amazing experience, or you're not going to be successful with this strategy. Don't do this. Go buy a bunch of cheap furniture, take photos with your iPhone, and expect to be successful. You need to have a property that looks amazing, that has some really special, unique features like feature walls, hot tub, cowboy pool, and you need to have an amazing presentation. Somebody needs to see it online and say, "Wow, I really want to have my bachelor party there, or my bachelorette party, or I really want to go there for the F1 race." There has to be an amazing reason to go stay at your property because there's a lot of them. So when you're doing short-term rental, go above and beyond and you'll get great results. One of my favorite strategies is the medium-term rental strategy. So this is over 30 days. It might be a month, it might be 2 months, could be 3 months, could be more, but they're not there forever. They're just there for a period of time that's a month or more. And why I love this strategy, there's just no hotel tax, there's no city tax, and it's pretty low work on your side because they're moving in, they're there for a few days, you might hear from them a couple times, but then they're there for the rest of the month and you almost never hear from them. So you get a lot of the cash flow that you would get from a short-term rental, but with significantly less work. Now it is a lot less cash flow. So think 30 to 50% less than you might make on short-term rentals, but it's a lot less work. You're not paying any city taxes. You don't need to have it be amazing and super special. I'm not the best at creative, amazing, special. That's not my cup of tea. And that's why I love medium-term rentals. I'm just not that creative guy that loves to provide the great experience for people. Now, medium-term rentals, that being said, you do need to have a great presentation. You do need to have a great place. This is still based on reviews. So if you go out, buy cheap furniture, don't put together a good product, and take bad photos and have a bad marketing presentation, you're still going to get bad results. So it still needs to be great. Don't get me wrong there, don't misunderstand. Now, one of the most popular strategies now is co-living. So co-living is another word for rent by the room. So maybe you have a 5-bedroom house that you make a 7-bedroom house. Maybe you have a duplex with 3 bedrooms each side. Now you're just taking each one of those rooms. Of course, you want the property generally to be nice. Maybe you're gonna furnish those rooms too, just some light furniture for people to stay in. And you're charging them a much higher rent per room than you would get for the whole place rented out on its own. So you might get $800, $900, $1,000 per room per month with this strategy. And if you do that times 7, times 8, that's a lot of money. So that can be an amazing strategy. Again, it's much more affordable than renting a whole apartment. So those let's say $600 to $1,200 is the rent by the room rental rate in Austin. It's gonna vary where the house is, how nice the house is, what you're providing. But that strategy can be an amazing way for somebody that needs a more flexible lease, needs something that's not $2,000 for a 1-bedroom apartment, and wants a nice place to live in Austin with some cool people. So this is an amazing strategy. We're seeing amazing success right now with co-living, and I highly recommend looking into it. Even if you're not gonna do it in your own house hack, it can be a great strategy for rental properties here too. But you can use one of these 3 strategies to make a house hack extremely profitable for you, and you can even combine these strategies too. There's nothing saying you can't buy a duplex, do co-living on one side, do short-term rental on the other side, and really cash flow really well. So that's what I'm saying, you need to get creative here. You need to figure out what combination of the winning strategies works well for me. How can I buy a property? How can I add value? And how can I put an awesome strategy on the back end to cash flow really, really well? Reach out to me here, guys. I'm always here to help. I'd love to be your house hacking resource. Jordan.moorhead@kw.com.